know it's gonna be a good book when there's a Taylor Swift reference. So far, a little depressing. Secrets were revealed that we definitely did not know. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Ugh. Okay, anyways, let me keep reading because it literally just got good. Let's get to reading. Hello guys, I have been in a hardcore reading slump lately. It has been a good long while since I've picked up a book and followed through the entire thing. I think I haven't done it since summer, and it's currently March. That's sad. I grew up absolutely loving reading. I was a book nerd. I read the Hunger Games series, Divergent, the Match series, the Maze Runner. Dystopian books had me in an absolute chokehold. I read Wattpad fan fictions all the time, as many of us have. Long story short, I used to absolutely love reading, and then I would watch the movies, and I even took on writing. We're not gonna talk about that. Let's just say there may be a Hunger Games fan fiction somewhere deep in my past. I love the world of books and all of that, and I've been wanting to get back into it, especially because a lot of my friends have hardcore been into reading lately. So I'm hearing all these things about all these different books, and I feel left out. And also, I just love how inspired I feel when I'm reading, and there's something about escaping into a good book that we all know and love that feeling. That being said, I do finally have a book that I am going to commit to. We are ending this reading slump right here, right now, and I'm filming it for a video. So I have to hold myself accountable. So you guys are gonna help me get out of this reading slump, and I'm going to read this book called Beach Read by Emily Henry. It has been recommended to me so many times. Shout out to my cousin Keely for lending me this book. She is the ultimate reader. She's really been helping me try and get back into reading and giving me advice on how she got into reading, because that girl reads like no one I know. Anyways, I get off topic really easily. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna read this book. We're gonna power through, and I wanted to take you guys with me on a little reading vlog because I've never done that before. So this is, I guess, my introduction to booktube. So, hi guys, I'm Liv, and this is my entry to booktube. Right from the jump, I know it's gonna be a good book when there's a Taylor Swift reference. On page 22, it says, "But so far, this was the third worst day of my life, and that January was probably buried wherever they put the old Taylor Swift." What I actually said was, and then whatever she said, but girl, I know it's gonna be a good book when the author is a Swiftie. I mean, I don't actually know if the author is a Swiftie, but that reference was good. Because, you know, we're reputation girlies around here. So, yeah, I just had to say that right now. Also, so far, you know, little depressing. But it's okay. We're gonna power through. TikTok has absolutely obliterated my attention span, and I'm not letting TikTok win. So we're gonna trudge through. Bestie, how can I read in these conditions?
A few minutes later.
Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. Struggling a little bit to trudge through, but it's page 56 and the main character is drunk. And I just know that that means is about to go down. So I'm feeling excited, and we're gonna keep pushing through because I think things are about to start picking up, and I'm excited for that. And the fact that I made it to page 56, I am proud of myself because I usually can't make it past like 10 pages if I'm not interested, which is so sad. So I trudged through a little bit more. It finally seems like the potential romance is sparking up a little bit. Still not as much as I want it to because the tension is all there, but nothing is happening yet, and it's frustrating. But you know, it's a slow burn. We gotta be okay with that because that's realistic. So I am excited to see where this goes now. Yeah, that's my little update now. Ladies and gents, we have our second Taylor Swift reference now. And all I'm gonna say is, You Belong With Me music video. And if you know, you know. There There's something about characters calling each other by their names that gets me. I don't know what it is. The thought of your crush just looking at you in the middle of a conversation, like, I don't know, it just gets me. It just gets me. The way that the characters, like, out of nowhere, they'll be laughing and giggling, and then it's just like, January. Like, what? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Ugh. I love romance books. And it's finally heating up. It's getting to the point where I'm flipping and flipping and flipping. And I haven't felt this way, like I said, in a really long time. So we're in the mid-hundreds range now. And I'm very excited about this because that means we're getting somewhere. And to other people, the mid-hundreds is light work. But for me, getting even into the hundreds range has been a struggle. Yeah, I'm feeling excited and I'm happy that it's finally picking up to the point where it's becoming a page turner. Okay, girlies, or guys, I don't discriminate. We've got our little Era's water glass. Love that for us. I need to update my progress in Goodreads so I know how far into the book I am. So I'm actually only 38% done with this book, so I still have a long way to go. And I am kind of a slow reader, I think, compared to other people, because I feel like other people just breeze through books. Maybe that's something that I'll be able to do eventually the more I get into reading. I don't know, maybe it's like a practice makes perfect kind of deal, but I just get so easily distracted, and sometimes I have to read the same line 5 times before it goes into my brain. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get through this book today, but honestly, with the rate that I read, I'm just not sure if it's gonna happen. But anyway, my lunch just got here, so I'm gonna eat lunch with my dad and my brother, and I will be back for more reading. And yes, I am eating sushi. If you've been here forever, which odds are you haven't because I've never done a book video before, I'm obsessed with sushi. So this is very on brand for me, and it's just a good day. We got the reading, we got the good food. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm gonna go eat now. Be right back. It's happening. It's happening. I was in the middle of reading and I had to run to get the camera because it's happening. What is it, might you ask? Well, mind your business if you don't want any spoilers. But if you read this book, let's just say the drive-in. The drive-in is what happened. Okay, anyways, let me keep reading because it literally just got good. I'm so excited. Okay, so this isn't a spoiler so much as just thinking out loud, but just in case, if you are planning on reading this book, you might want to skip this part, just in case. For those of you who have read this book, I just had a realization that January never did read Gus's book. I don't know, I just had this weird thought that I know he talked about the fact that he likes to write very negative, mundane books, but I think it would be a hilarious plot twist if she actually read his book and realized all along that he also wrote romance type deals. I don't know, I know that's probably not what happens at all, but my brain is always thinking of plot twists because a good plot twist is one of my favorite characteristics of all of my favorite books. Yeah, the wheels are just turning for possible plot twists. I really don't know if there is one. Anyway, we're gonna continue reading now. I just filmed myself talking about whether or not there was gonna be a plot twist in this book. And I kid you not, I flipped 4 pages, if even that, after putting the camera down. Girl! Excuse me! For those of you who have read the book, and again, without spoiling, let's just say secrets were revealed that we definitely did not know, that gave a lot of backstory to certain people. Guys, I officially finished page 200. I'm gonna plug it into Goodreads and see what percentage of the book I'm at now because I just powered through a decent amount of chapters and I've literally been sitting here for hours, but stay tuned. Hey guys, so it is the night now and I unfortunately didn't get around to reading the book anymore since I last filmed, but now that I'm back home I am going to hop right back into it. we are still at the halfway mark because that was the last time I read. Hopefully I'll power through a decent amount, but I'm not expecting to finish the book today now that I'm so far behind. No matter what, we're finishing this sometime this week, so let's get back to reading. It is the next day. I read so much last night. I stayed up till 3 in the morning reading, and now I barely have anything left because I read so much last night. So this is how much of the book I have left. And also last night I got super hyper fixated on creating an entire Spotify album of music to match the book. I realized that reading with music just makes the experience 10,000 times elevated. I'm going to play the playlist that I made and I'm gonna read a little bit. I am going to a dinner with my friends, so I only have 20 minutes of reading time, but I'm so hooked. I just want to keep reading, which is a great feeling because I haven't felt that in a long time. Here is the playlist. I found this picture on Pinterest, so shout out to whoever made this. Let's get to reading. My cards are on the table. I was reading so intensely and got so into it that I didn't even realize I reached another book milestone. I am on page 305. I read 300 pages. I know this sounds like nothing to the average reader, but to me, 300 pages of a book, I'm so proud of myself. And also I'm almost done, and also my ride is on their way, and I'm really sad, not because I'm not excited about the dinner, but I'm so into the book, and especially now, but I guess this will have to wait, so see you later. I just got back from a hockey game and we're gonna do some more reading. Okay guys, for some reason this has just been the most action-packed weekend ever, and I just didn't have any time to sit down and finish this book. But I am literally on the last chapter, if you can see how small of a section I have left. And I wanted to save it for my raw reaction with you guys. So I'm finally going to read the last chapter. I'm so excited, and yeah, so let's do it. Well, I did it. I officially broke my reader's slump and finished my first book in God knows how long. My overall thoughts about this book, the beginning was a little bit slow for me, but to be honest, and I think I said this earlier in the video, but I generally have a hard time really falling in love with a book and giving it a good chance. So if I'm not immediately hooked, I get bored just so easily. But I will say I definitely think it was worth it for this book, because once I hit the meat of the book, I just couldn't put it down, and I was reading and reading and reading, and it definitely became a page turner. Overall, it took me a little while to get to the page turner vibe, but once I got there, I definitely think it was worth it. I want to try and keep this a spoiler-free review, so I'm not going to get into it too much, but the one thing that I will say is when I finish books, I tend to look them up on TikTok and look them up on Pinterest because I like hearing other people's thoughts. And I noticed that on Pinterest, there was a quote that I didn't see in the book, and I flipped through because I was so convinced that I just missed this quote. But it turns out that there are two different alternate endings for this book. There's one that is sold in the US and the other ending was sold in the UK. And I won't say the difference between the endings just in case, because I don't want this to be filled with spoilers, but from what I read, I think I kind of would have appreciated the UK ending more. Thought it would have had more of an impact than the thing that happened in the US ending. So yeah, that is really all for this video. We officially exited our reader slump. Thank you, Emily Henry, for providing this beach read for me. I was so excited to finally read again, and I can't wait to hop into my next book. And if you enjoyed watching this video and following along with me on this book vlog, let me know in the comments, because I would be happy to make more book vlogs for you guys. And also, if you have book recommendations, please give me them. Like I said, I love romance, so any books that involve romance, I would love to hear what you guys have to recommend for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you next video. Bye guys!